the idea behind this project basically is that we have this insect, Spotted Wing Drosophila, that is not a native insect. It comes to us from Asia. It's been in the United States in this area for roughly a decade, and it's really causing issues for small fruit producers, particularly blueberry producers.
I'm Chip Donnelly, my wife Maria, and we own and operate Stark Farm in Dunbarton, New Hampshire. And we have about a little over a half acre of blueberries.
My name is Andre Cantomo, and together with Greg Baylog, we farm Heron Pond Farm, and it's in South Hampton, New Hampshire. We have 3/4 of an acre of blueberries under netting, and that's about 2/3 of our blueberry crop.
This fly comes in, it can infect or lay its egg inside of ripening fruit, and it ends up causing growers to lose their fruit earlier in the season. And so we're looking for alternative ways to manage that pest.
We said we're going to be 100% organic and never spray pesticides or herbicides. So that became a big challenge. And we were pretty successful doing that until 2021, when SWD hit our farm in July. And we lost our entire field at that particular point in time.
The Spotted Wing Drosophila was just killing us. And our season would end, you know, when we first started this, it just seemed like the pests weren't that big of a deal, and we would be picking berries into September. And our season would be just basically July and maybe 1 week in August.
Integrated Pest Management is really combining a lot of strategies to try to balance out the farmer's need to control pests in their crops with economic and environmental impacts. So it could be doing something like excluding insects with netting like we see here, but also things monitoring for insects, seeing what's there, determining when it's right to spray, when it's not.
That's the idea with this, is you can see behind you here we have this exclusion netting. And so the idea here is that it's going to fully exclude Spotted Wing Drosophila from that planting.
Last year was the first year that we had installed the netting, and it was 100% effective. So we had no captures whatsoever within the field, and we had our best year, I would say, right, Maria?
Mm-hmm.
That was our most productive year as a result of this net also.
Yeah, I would say it extended our season by about 3 weeks.
For the first season, we saw a 54% increase in our harvest dead berries. And that's tracked just through sales. And that was our best year ever.
We scout less, so in terms of bugs, Japanese beetles, worms, things of that nature.
This net will be up before Japanese beetles hatch, and they were our biggest problem.
Yes.
We were constantly scouting every single day for Japanese beetles.
The important thing to know about this project is that there were a bunch of different funders that provided support for this project to happen. There was a team of us that worked together to pull that funding together, and then the idea was that we could kind of reduce the risk for growers to try this practice so that we could all become more familiar with, you know, the netting itself, the structures that support the netting, you know, how to install it, how effective it is, what are really the true costs of getting it installed, including labor, materials, contractors, other things like that, so that we would have some hands-on experience in New Hampshire.
We put the netting up at blossom drop. Like, actually, I'm chomping at the bit to get the netting on, and I'm just waiting for the bees to get out of there. The build was a lot, but now that it's set up to be pretty efficient. Like, it doesn't take very long. You know, it takes a day to put the net on.
It is a monumental task. We wouldn't want anybody going into this thinking it's easy. Yeah. It's a great system. It's engineered to do a particular job, and it does it well. Not easy, but worth doing for sure.
I know that a lot of growers are interested. They're asking about it. They want more of the details. And so I think the more we can do of growers sharing their experiences with other growers and passing on those little tricks of the trade, things to do, things that would have saved them time or money, I think that's going to be really what makes part of the difference.
The tips and tricks that we got for building a vestibule, like we were told, build a big vestibule, don't build a little door, build a big door. And so our tractor comes through the vestibule. So this is all mowed pretty easily the same way that we always did.
We have programs that are available to help with the financial part, and we're always looking for new ideas and always implementing them through the programs. So the best thing to do is to reach out to your USDA Service Center to see what solutions there are available.